It's not hard to find me.
Um, Hello.
Hello.
I have surprises for you. I have three boxes and this, and here's some rockets. Do you
Oh my
like the
gosh.
name? Sleepy Jack.
When you said you had named it, I wasn't expecting that. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Crew SMP. Now you can kind of see behind me, I've been doing some digging because I have plans for a moss farm. I've been doing a little bit of research and I've been kind of trying to figure stuff out. My main intention with the moss farm is to have something that produces not only moss but bone meal, because I also want to do a sea pickle farm. Purely for the fact of I need all three of those items. Especially when I get over to the mega base. Now, I've started clearing this area out. Off this way a little bit more is going to be the sea pickle farm. Off over here is going to be the moss farm. I want them both in the same room area, because they are going to be both working off the bone meal, and the moss farm is going to be the main thing producing the bone meal. Now, just like with all of my farms, since my character is a tinkerer, I want to be able to access all of them with ease. So I am putting full access to all of my farms inside the area. How well that does is iffy. Now, I do have this at the end of this hallway, but my main goal for this episode in particular is to finish the gazebo that's up top, finish the dock, and then get my moss and sea pickle farm in place. Now, I have a week to get these done. Whether or not I'll get these done is debatable. Hello and welcome back from that little speed build. Now, I am still fiddling around with that, so there's not going to be a whole lot of that in this video, but I am excited because I managed to get flashback working, whereas I could not get... What was the other one? For the life of me, we were talking about it earlier, but I can't remember the name of it, but I got flashback working. So you guys are going to see a little bit of a speed build of me building out the moss farm. Now, I have done a few other things between that last clip and where I'm at now. First and foremost, there are our carpets throughout the entire building. This isn't just blank hallway anymore. There is going to be more stuff in here. Like, I'm going to have some boxes set up and just other stuff just kind of sprawled through the hallways. And then whenever I go to leave the base, well, I am going to let a few of these like age down, at least one, to make some of them look like they're just turned off, well, dimmed it down and kind of aged over. But you also notice this hallway is now finished. Going into here, this is now done. Now I'm going to explain what's in here, but here is the moss farm you guys saw built. I have ran it a few times. I also ran to the nether to grab a whole bunch of bone blocks because I didn't have nearly enough to keep these farms running. Now, I did throw in some bone meal into this one and into the farm over there. I'll get to that in a second. But this is now moved back here as well. This farm is up and working. Eventually, I don't think I'm going to do it with this version of the farm, but when I make a bigger one in the mega base, I'm going to do a custom storage unit for it because I now know how to do item filters and stuff like that. So I can filter what's going through hoppers and stuff like that. But now into this other room, what's in here? This is a sea pickle farm. I didn't build this on camera because, first of all, I was following a step-by-step tutorial by XB Crafted. So if you're looking for this one, it's the XB Crafted version. It is a very compact, tiny little farm. I do have full access back here because I need to be able to access this to put bone meal in here. Now it's already fully in the system, so I don't need to worry about this for whenever I need to run this farm. Because, like I said, I want a bunch of sea pickles to decorate my area. But that means... Oh, didn't realize that torch was still there. But that means both the farms I wanted to get done in this episode are done. And of course, I am going to end up putting like some like storage racks like I have in the bee farm. I'm going to end up putting a few of those in here so I can have some extra storage for these guys. But that is 2 of the items off my list that I wanted to get done. And they're 2 of the more technical sides. Everything else is just building, which takes a whole bunch off my plate. But these did take a bit longer than I was expecting them to, which means this is going to have to be where I leave this episode off on. Because sadly, I mistimed how I wanted to get all this stuff done. In the next episode, we're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff above ground because I have the gazebo that needs to get done. I have the bridge that needs to get done. I have a dock that needs to get done. All 3 of those need to be done in the next episode, because those are all the final build projects left. The tree, the pond, the storytelling, all of that is going to be final touches that I'm going to be doing in a whole episode on their own. But with all that said and done, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!